All right, you guys, I'm very happy for you. I'm gonna need an initial here, here, and then a full signature at the bottom. Thanks. So you have an interest in becoming a real estate licensee. Real estate can be an exciting yet challenging career. Real estate professionals are an integral part of Oklahoma's economic development, and they play a major role in the home buying and selling process. They are expected to be of good moral character and conduct themselves with integrity for the sole purpose of providing public protection. Customers trust their real estate professional to be knowledgeable, trustworthy, and ethical in their practices, as the buying of a home can be the single most expensive purchase and investment over the course of their lifetime. The Oklahoma State Legislature signed into law Title 59, Section 858-101 through 858-605, which comprises the Oklahoma Real Estate License Code and part of the Oklahoma statutes. This law was passed in 1949 and became effective on January 1, 1950. The law, at that time, created a 3-member commission board that was responsible for hiring an executive director and for developing and promulgating administrative rules to implement the license code. Today, the board consists of 7 members. 5 board members are from the real estate industry. 1 member is an educator, and 1 is a member representing the public at large. Hello, I'm Susan Miller.
And I'm Ron Gosden. The primary purpose of the Oklahoma Real Estate Commission is to safeguard the public interest and provide quality services by assisting and providing resources, encouraging and requiring high standards of knowledge and ethical practices of licensees, investigating and sanctioning licensed activities, and the prosecution of any unlicensed person who violates the Oklahoma License Code and rules. The purpose of this short video is to assist you in understanding the steps necessary to obtain a real estate license, what to expect during the examination process, and the steps that have to be taken to receive your real estate license and pocket card. As with any professional license, the first step is obtaining the appropriate education. The education required to be allowed to take the Provisional Sales Associate or Sales Associate examination is 90 clock hours in Principles of Real Estate. This is referred to as the basic course in real estate. Many private real estate schools or career technology centers offer this course, and a list of the approved schools can be found on the Commission's website. Or you can take college-level courses that consist of 6 credit hours of basic real estate. Now please note, if you take college-level courses, you will need to contact the Commission to ensure that the courses you take will qualify as meeting the education requirements for the Provisional Sales Associate or Sales Associate examination. The education required to take the broker examination consists of 90 clock hours of advanced real estate, and just like the 90 hours of basic real estate, it can be taken at a private school, career technology center, or college. However, in order to apply for a broker license, the applicant must show proof of 2 years active license experience as a Provisional Sales Associate or Sales Associate within the past 5 years, or submit evidence of equivalent experience. The Equivalent Experience Point Waiver form can be found on the Commission's website. However, to determine if you have equivalent experience, you will need to contact the Education Department of the Commission, and they will be glad to assist you, as complete documentation of your equivalent experience must meet Commission approval.
During the time you are taking your pre-license education, you should begin the criminal history background check process. You must submit to the Commission a completed application, a complete set of fingerprints on FBI-issued cards, and the payment of the appropriate background check fee. You can obtain the FBI-issued cards from the Commission or any authorized law enforcement agency. There are some cases where the schools have cards available, and they will provide those to you upon request. Upon the Commission receiving your information, you will be entered into the Commission's applicant database, and your fingerprint cards will be forwarded on to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. If OSBI can read your prints, they will perform their background check and forward the prints on to the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Now, if OSBI cannot read your prints, OSBI will reject them and forward the prints back to the Commission, upon which a Commission staff representative will send you notice that you must have your prints retaken. Once you have your fingerprints retaken, you must forward them back to the Commission so that the Commission can forward your prints on to OSBI. If your prints are not rejected by the OSBI or FBI, it is possible that you could be through the background check process within 4 to 6 weeks. If they are rejected by either agency, it could be significantly longer before you get through the process. These timelines are only estimations, as many different factors affect the final outcome of your state and federal background check. The state of Oklahoma requires that you submit to hard copy prints that are taken by ink impressions directly on the card or scanned images that are imprinted on the card. The Commission has a list of law enforcement agencies for each Oklahoma county listed on their website. However, most sheriff's offices perform this service. Fingerprints can only be processed and completed by a law enforcement agency. You can also check with your local law enforcement office to see if they offer this service to the general public. Every law enforcement agency has different procedures, costs, times, etc. for performing this service, so it is highly recommended that you contact the individual law enforcement office first for this information prior to making a trip to their location. The Commission recommends that you submit more than one set of prints to increase the likelihood that your prints will be accepted, as all fingerprints must be clearly defined and the prints can come from multiple cards. Again, the Commission suggests that you proceed with the criminal history background check early. However, not too early, because once your background check is complete and the Commission receives your reports from the OSBI and from the FBI, the reports are only valid for 6 months. So if you start your education and submit your prints to the Commission on or about the same time, the timing should go well for you.
Once you've completed the education requirements, you are now ready to finalize your application with the Commission. When you make your application to the Commission, you are required to use your full legal name. The application requests that you list all nicknames or alias names that you have used or plan to use as well. For example, if your name is Robert and you go by Bob, you must list Robert as your legal name and Bob as a nickname or alias. Your license will be issued in your legal name. If you desire to conduct business in a nickname or alias, you may do so only if it is registered with the Commission. Let's talk some more about the application process. Federal law requires that you provide proof of citizenship or qualified alien status to receive a license. This means that you must provide documented proof. The Evidence of Citizenship or Qualified Alien Status form lists out numerous documents that will meet the criteria of evidence, such as a legible copy of a birth certificate, a valid passport, a permanent resident card, or an unexpired temporary foreign passport, etc. But you must indicate on the form which type of proof that you are submitting. You must also submit an affidavit verifying lawful presence in the United States, which must be notarized. Now, this form is required per Oklahoma Statute 56, Supplement 2007, subsection 71. Your application will not be complete without both of these forms and the supporting documentation in order to meet both federal and state laws. The pre-licensed school must provide you with evidence showing that you have successfully completed the course content. Evidence of successful course completion must be received by the Commission before you are eligible to take the examination. Now, in some cases, the school may also sign your application indicating that you've met all the course requirements. Now, let's refresh here. You should now have on file with the Commission a fully completed application, a completed set of fingerprint cards, and we recommend that you submit at least 2 or 3 sets, the appropriate background check fee made out to the Commission, the Evidence of Citizenship or Qualified Alien Status form, along with the documented proof as noted on the form, and last but not least, the affidavit form verifying lawful presence in the United States, and that must be signed and notarized. Now, here are some common issues that arise which may result in delaying the application process. The Commission does not receive all required documentation, your application not being complete or it's missing information, your fingerprints are smudged or the quality is such that your prints are not readable by the OSBI or the FBI and they are rejected. Information received from your background check does not match your answers provided by you on your application. You do not provide requested information in a timely manner. Upon the Commission receiving all documentation as previously noted, the Commission will send you a candidate ID number that will allow you to register for the examination with the examination provider.
The Oklahoma Real Estate Examination is nationally certified by an organization called the Association of Real Estate License Law Officials, otherwise known as ARELO. ARELO is an international organization of real estate regulators. This means that the examination you will be taking must meet generally accepted principles of examination development, such as those identified in the Standards for Educational and Psychological Testing. The examination consists of two parts, a national portion and a state-specific portion. Due to the real estate examination being ARELO certified, this promotes license reciprocity with other real estate licensing jurisdictions, and more times than not, the national portion of the examination may be waived by other licensing jurisdictions. The Commission contracts with an examination provider who offers the examination in multiple locations across Oklahoma and throughout the United States. Scheduling for the examination is done through the examination provider. The examination provider not only administers this examination for real estate professionals, but also for a multitude of licensed professions, such as engineers, appraisers, insurance agents, and more. The examination provider has prepared an applicant information bulletin, or AIB, like this one here, specifically for those taking the Oklahoma Real Estate Commission examination. The AIB will help guide you through the scheduling and examination process. It is very helpful, and the Commission recommends that you read through the entire publication prior to scheduling an examination. To schedule for an examination, you will need to first register with the examination provider. Remember, you will need your candidate ID number provided by the Commission for this process. Second, pay for the examination. And third, you must select an examination location, date, and time. Registering with the examination provider can be done online, by phone, fax, or by mail. Normally, registering, paying, and scheduling for the examination is done online, but if you need assistance, please call the examination provider at the toll-free number, which is listed on their website or in the AIB. For those applicants who prefer to take the examination at a location outside of the state of Oklahoma, you will need to schedule your examination by calling the provider's toll-free number. All examination facilities are equipped to provide access in accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act. If you need to make special arrangements due to a disability, you will be required to fax a request form to the examination provider. Contact information and the form can be found in the Applicant Information Bulletin. Provisional sales and sales applicants are allowed up to 3 hours to take the sales examination. Broker applicants are given up to 4 hours to complete the broker examination and should expect to answer questions regarding the HUD-1 settlement statement. If you are a non-resident and taking only the state portion of the examination, you will be allowed up to 1.5 hours for the state sales portion and up to 2 hours for the state broker portion.
Be sure to familiarize yourself with the computer and the testing process via the Applicant Information Bulletin. Prior to beginning an examination, a tutorial is provided explaining how to answer the questions on the exam. Taking the examination by computer, it's simple, and it usually only requires either a mouse click or to push one key at a time on the keyboard. On the day of your examination, you should arrive at the facility site 30 minutes prior to your appointment. This is to allow you plenty of time to check in. And when you arrive, you will be greeted by an employee of the examination provider. This person acts as a proctor for the examination, has no knowledge regarding the content of the examination. The proctor is not allowed to answer any questions except those on a technical nature, such as issues with the computer, environment, and so forth. The proctor will take your picture, and you must show 2 forms of identification. The types of identification required can vary by examination provider, so please consult the Applicant Information Bulletin, or you may inquire with a customer service representative associated with the appropriate examination provider. Please keep in mind that if you arrive late, you may not be admitted for the examination, and you will forfeit your examination fee. Your name must match your examination application and your candidate ID notice sent to you by the Commission. No personal items will be allowed in the examination facility, including, but not limited to, cell phones, pagers, flash drives, MP3 players, iPods, purses, briefcases, personal belongings, food, drinks, or gum. The only item allowed in the testing area is a non-programmable calculator with the print option deactivated, or you may use the calculator on the computer screen. You will also be given a pencil and blank scratch paper by the examination proctor. These will be taken back from you when you complete the examination. Anyone not taking the examination will not be allowed in the testing facility, and smoking is not allowed on the premises. Now, please keep in mind that the proctor is there to ensure the integrity and security of the examination. They will check you in, take your picture, verify your identification and calculator, and then present you with the supplies that you are allowed to take into the examination area. The proctor will then show you into a connecting room that is set up with semi-private computer terminals. Please remember that people may be already testing, so please be respectful in regard to the noise made while you are getting settled. You will notice that there are cameras in the room as well as a window which is in front of the proctor's desk. Proctors are trained to watch for any signs of dishonesty or areas of concern. While taking the examination, you are not permitted to speak, call, or text anyone. This also applies if you leave the examination room for any reason prior to completing the examination. While taking the examination, you are able to mark questions that you would like to go back and review prior to ending the examination. The computer will keep track of your examination time so that you are aware of the status at all times. When you have completed the examination, your results will appear immediately on the computer screen. If you pass the examination, the computer will indicate this. However, you will not be given a passing score. It will only indicate that you passed the examination. The examination proctor will then provide you with documentation. If you fail to pass the examination, the computer will indicate this and reflect your score. Those who fail to pass the examination will have the opportunity to review any missed questions. The computer will ask if you would like to review your missed questions. If you answer yes, you will be allowed up to 1 hour for the review. If you do not choose to review the questions at this time, you will have lost your opportunity. Now, please keep in mind that this is the only time that you are allowed to review missed questions. The examination proctor will provide you with documentation reflecting your failed score, along with categories of the examination indicating your strengths and weaknesses in those areas. This information will assist you with your additional studies on these topics. When you are ready to retake the examination, you will go back through the examination provider to reschedule. The examination provider will send your results to the commission. Upon receipt of all required documents, your application can be approved and sent to the licensing department. No person shall begin licensed real estate activities until their license has been issued. You have two choices of license issuance. You can have the license issued under a sponsoring broker, or you can have the license issued on an inactive status. When your license is issued to a sponsoring broker, the license will be mailed to the broker's office, and the license must be displayed at the office location or available for review by the commission. If you decide to have your license issued on inactive status, then a pocket card will be sent to your resident address of record. You are prohibited from performing any licensed activities while your license is inactive. To maintain any license with the commission, you must continue to pay a license fee, whether it is active or inactive.
Well, that about wraps things up for us. Good luck in your real estate career, and we hope that this information has answered most of your questions about what to expect when obtaining your real estate license. The Commission's website at www.orec.ok.gov has many of the forms, instructions, and links to help you along your journey. You may also contact the Commission's office either by phone during office hours or via email.
The Oklahoma Real Estate Commission is here to serve and assist the public and licensees with any issues and questions that may occur. Please feel free to contact the Commission and let us know how we can serve you.